are going to go ahead and get started. If you can hear me, just type 1 in the room. If you can actually hear me, type 1 in the room. All right. Again, we definitely want to thank each and everybody for your patience. Just a little bit of technical difficulties, but we definitely do apologize, and we will definitely make it up to you on today. We're about 18 minutes in, but guess what? We're going to go about 18 minutes out to make sure you get your full training on today. I am totally excited about what's happening around paycations for those that are actually listening. Hopefully you do have your notebook and your pad, because I'm going to tell you, you're going to get some very good notes, and the information that you will hear on today is definitely going to help you build your business. But without further ado, what I'd like to do is go out to our brand new international executive out of South Carolina, Miss Karen Clinton, who has literally, when I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, done an extraordinary job. It's been about a year and some months now, if that long, that she has been a part of the business, and I just wanted to get her on the line so that she could validate what we are going to be training on in today, okay? What she's going to be training on today. So, without further ado, Karen, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you very, very well. Well, Karen, we are here, international executive, and I can recall when you first started with this opportunity, got into the business, it was some bumps, some bruises, and some things of that nature, but you went on and stuck it out, and I just want you to just give a quick, short testimony of your journey towards international executive and how it has been for you. And I know, some people just came straight out the gate. Some people literally just hit it like bam, and I can promise you they're not here now. But let's talk a little bit about your journey towards international executive, and I'm going to just say congratulations one more time. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Regional Diamond. And first, I just want to commend you and thank you for your phenomenal leadership. I could not have done this without your leadership, without the leadership of Bruce Bailey, our Executive Diamond, and without our International Executive, Ron Jones. So I thank you so much for everything that you've done. And just to get into a little bit of my testimony about my journey to International Executive, actually, at the end of this month, February 28th, will be 1 year for me in this opportunity. And when I first got started, I didn't know a thing about network marketing. I didn't know a thing about it. But I was at a point in my life where I was hungry. I needed something different. I didn't have anything else to lose. We had already lost a massive income in the home due to unemployment. We already lost a vehicle. We had already lost a rental property that we had. We were almost at the point to where we were about to lose our personal home, and I had nothing else to lose. It was like, why not? So the first goal that I had when I got in this business, I didn't want another monthly payment. So my first goal was, how do I eliminate that $59.95? I didn't care about anything else. I didn't care about being national, international, regional, none of that stuff. I wanted to know first how to eliminate that $59.95. So the first week I tried to do it myself. I tried to do it on my own, and it didn't work. The second week I got with my upline, my sponsor, International Executive Ron Jones, and I said, okay, I'm going to do this thing the right way. So that's when I started seeing success, started seeing the promotions, the executive to the regional and then to the international. But what I learned, what I had to do was write my goals down, and I had to execute those goals, and I had to put them out there before people. I had to make myself accountable by telling someone else, this is what I wanted to do. But as far as with my team, I realized when I stopped making the promotions about me, and I started making it about helping my team, that's when International Executive came. You know, I would put out with them, okay, guys, I want to be International Executive by this date, guys. And I realized, you know what, Karen, that was a little selfish. That wasn't working. I had to realize that, you know what, when I help enough of them do what they want to do, then I'll be promoted. So when I made that decision to stop forcing my goals on the team and started helping them meet theirs, then that's when the International Executive came. I kept the competitive spirit. I am competitive by nature. And the first thing I said was, you know what, I'm not going to let this person beat me to International. National Executive Mike Saunders was very instrumental in me getting the International because he sent me an inbox on Facebook and he said, hey, Karen, I have a team. They're hungry. They're going for it, and I'm going to be International before you. He didn't realize how much he helped me because I said there's no way that he's going to come into this business after me and then make that promotion before me. So that's how it happened. So I thank all of you guys for your support, especially to my phenomenal team in South Carolina and across the country, because we have people all over. The majority of our team are in South Carolina, but we have people all over in California, Virginia, and Atlanta. We have new teammates out in Africa, Japan. So I'm excited about this opportunity, and I'm grateful to all of them. And I thank them for, just allowing me to lead them. And I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Wow, Karen, I understand that your mama is in the business, your sister is in the business, your cousins, your best friends, and all of that stuff. And I know a lot of times many people get in this business and they're constantly saying because they have already been in other businesses and maybe they have shared the opportunity with friends and family of other things. But you said this is literally, you didn't know anything about network marketing. You really didn't understand anything. This was pretty much your first rodeo. And from this point here, you have several members of your family that's a part of this journey. And if I'm not mistaken, several of the Donna, your mom, Natasha, a lot of these folks literally had to promote as well before you could get promoted. And I know a lot of times people are honestly saying, well, my friends, they're judging their friends, their families, and things on something else that they have done or something else that they have probably invited them to see. And mentally, you're losing because you believe that you have shared so much. But let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. When you start talking about travel, these folks are traveling. The same folks that you don't believe in, this is where Karen has truly exceeded. Talk about just the family experience and how good does that feel to know that your family is involved in this business. And when y'all went to this trip in Barcelona, half your family was at the table in Barcelona with you. How did that feel?
Yeah, first, I just want to say the family who I actually have in this opportunity with me, the majority, they're my husband's family. So, my Mama D is my mother-in-law. I call her mother-in-law. I don't do mother-in-law. She's my mother-in-law. Natasha, that's Trevor's sister. But I had to be real. They were probably the only people in my family who had the right mindset towards this type of business. They had the right mindset towards wealth because my personal family members, I have a cousin, and she also has the right mindset who's in this business as well. Those are the only ones. My close siblings would even take a look at this opportunity. So I made it to the point to where, I just have to show them better than I can tell them, and then they'll come aboard later. And if they don't, that's fine too. So, even with, Mama D and, Trevor's mom and sister, when Trevor and I actually started dating, they were in an opportunity. They were in Amway, and I remember them being in Amway. And even at that time, I didn't grasp the concept of multi-level marketing. So they already had the mindset before I actually saw this. So, my family members, my immediate family members, they are not receptive to this. And, I love them, but I got to move forward because I'm just like, if you're not sick and tired of being broke, and as far as my friends, Donna is a church member. We go to the same church. And Donna, she too has the same like mine. But I realized, what? We were in the jacked up situation that we were in because of the people we were around. I realized that, wow, if we're the sum of the people that we hang around, maybe this is why finance can mess up, because these people have a messed up mentality as far as wealth and obtaining wealth and being financially free. So my husband and I, we definitely had to change our circle, So, we had to change our circle.
And I want y'all to listen to something. I'm going to share something with everybody that's on this phone listening to what I'm saying. I want y'all to remember what Karen just said when she came onto this call. And this is going to bless you too. She said, I had nothing to lose. I had already lost some of this stuff. I lost the income. I lost this. I lost that. This I lost. Let me share something with you, ladies and gentlemen, right now as we're speaking. What gives you the mindset in this business? Because it's not about people having the right mindset. It's about when you are in a place, watch this, and you don't have nothing to lose. See, the mindset is developed when you done went through every daggone resources that you have. You done worked 30 and 40 years in your life, and you realize your bank account ain't where it needs to be. The mindset is when what you've been doing has not been working, and you've now changed your belief system, and you get sick and tired of being sick and tired. You don't know when somebody's going to develop that mindset. You're going to develop that mindset when you can't get to your brother's funeral because you ain't had no money. You're going to develop that mindset when your kids is in college and you can't go ahead and help finance. You're going to develop the mindset when you look in your bank account and you 30 and 40 years old and you ain't got no savings. You're going to develop the mindset. See, you don't know when life is going to show up for who. But I'm going to tell you in this training right now as I'm speaking, when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, that's when the mindset will be developed. It's in your family. It's in your friends. It's just not right now at that point in time. But all of this mindset, I didn't have a mindset, no. But when I look at myself at 43 and I'm going to work for 60 hours a week and I'm looking at $459 that they paying me and they didn't tell me I got a 6-day and I got to work on mandatory on 7 days, let me tell you something. When you get tired of somebody controlling your life, when you understand that there is a better way, that's the mindset. That's the mindset. That's the mindset. Because if you notice, she said she had her family, Trevor, his family was already doing Amway. So she had saw it, but what changed, now you got laid off, now you lost your income, that will develop any kind of mindset. Because when you got kids, when you got a roof that you need over your head, when you not eating the way you want to eat and you're struggling, somewhere along the line, you are going to get tired. I don't know, and I just pray that life will catch up, that you will catch up to life before life catches up to you. All of those fears that you didn't want to talk to somebody, I guarantee you, when you're hungry, your system and your body start hungering enough, you will go and start talking to some folks. Trust me. When you see your other peers that's going forward, guess what? That's why it's important for us to hang around each other so that we can see that as a leader, ladies and gentlemen, you will be surprised how many people you are helping by just believing in yourself. And then when somebody sees you or you're doing it, guess what? It encourages them to do it. So we appreciate Karen Clinton because let me tell you something. She has some days. I remember having a sit-down with Karen. Karen, what time was it in the morning that me and you sat down there in Barcelona and had this conversation?
Wow, about, I know I was nodding. I was sleepy, but I couldn't go to sleep. This is about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm. And what was some of the things you were sharing with me that day, that particular night?
You know, wow, we talked about so much. You know, I'm just, you know, so thankful for this opportunity. You know, that's the thing. And just this business made me realize my purpose. You know, my purpose is to help people. My purpose is to make sure that people don't have to experience some of the things that, you know, my family and I went through, you know, the things that my husband and I went through. So, you know, and I'm sitting here and I'm trying to hold back the tears because, you know, this, the end of this month is going to be a year for me. And, you know, excuse me, guys, I'm getting full because, you know, God saw this. You know, he saw my promotion last week. He saw that. And it's so funny, right after the promotion, I got notice from my job that, you know, February 28th is the end. You know, that's the end of your position. You know, we thank you for the time that you had with us. So that's the end of your position. And I looked at that and I said, wow, a year later, you know, at the exact same time that I came into this company. So I celebrated. And to those of you, you know, I just say don't give up. You know, keep going. Don't give up. And, you know, it gets hard. I remember, you know, going through the legal issue with my investment property. And Bruce and Ron, they called me at the time. I was, you know, looking at the court documents and trying to send those documents off. And I was in a bad place. And, you know, I had every excuse on the phone with them. And they, you know, they really laid it down. Like, really, Karen, you know, get yourself together. You know, I couldn't give up. I had a team. And at that time, the team wasn't as large as it is right now, but I had a team. How dare you talk about giving up and you have a team? You know, how dare you make this about you? It's about the team. And they pulled me right up out of the mess that I was in. And, you know, it brings me back to how, you know, awesome you guys are, because that morning that you poured into us at the retreat, you know, as tired as I was, I couldn't go to sleep. You know, I was sitting there nodding, but I did not want to leave that knowledge, and I didn't want to leave that wisdom. So, you know, I thank you for that. And, you know, I just thank all of you guys for your support and just for being, you know, and I had to share that to be transparent, because you never know who's going through something similar, who's going through the same thing. So just don't give up, guys. Keep going. Let people see that you're serious. You know, I realized, you know, I couldn't dibble and dabble in everything. I had to stay focused on vacation and on the goals for my family. You know, we have kids going to college in the next two to 3 years. So we got stuff to do, and we have lives to impact. We have people to help. So, again, I just thank you guys for the opportunity.
Wow.
And back to you.
Okay, Karen, thank you very much. You really helped me do this call. Oh, my God, I'm done. Thank you so much, Karen, for your transparency. I appreciate your leadership and all those that you are impacting. And ladies and gentlemen, because of her due diligence to continue to move forward, she is now the #1 income earner out there in South Carolina. She's the only international, and I promise you, you know, it's the celebration that knowing she's there, you can best believe she has definitely been a blessing to so many others. And when they didn't believe, she was right there. I just seen somebody said that Karen is their rock. That's major right there. she's their rock. Thank you so much, Karen. All right, we have one more young lady that I want to bring forward before we actually start this training. And I remember it was only a couple of weeks ago that I had the opportunity to speak with this young lady. And her and Mike, a dynamic couple that I had the opportunity to also meet in Barcelona, Mexico. And I'm going to just bring her up. She just hit national executive. And I remember her saying, well, by such and such, I think she said by May 1st. I don't know what the date that she gave. I don't know what day she gave, but I said, you going to do what? Yeah. Oh, no. We're going to make this happen right now. In fact, I need you to be national before the 15th. And here it is, the 14th, Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to all of those. She truly believed in this opportunity. She is out there being a blessing to so many people, and I cannot be thankful enough to have her. And I'm going to just put Mike in there, but right now this is about, Jennifer, can you hear me?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
We can hear you very, very well, National Executive Jennifer Hart. Yes, we can. How are you doing?
I'm doing great this morning. Happy Valentine's Day and good morning, everyone. Thank you for that introduction, Kemp. I want to say, it was definitely God's will to come across, you when we came to Barcelona and the different nuggets and conversations that we did, long conversations that we had, and the mentorship that you were able to provide to us. I left Barcelona, and all your conversations and everything that you said, I never forgot, and I won't ever forget anything that you said to me, because when you come across speaking, it's genuine and it's real life stuff. It's not just stuff that applies to business. It's stuff that applies to life and growing up and, looking at the man or woman in the mirror and saying, you know what, there's some things I don't like about myself and I need to address that. So for your mentorship and your leadership in this business, I want to say thank you.
Wow. Okay, it's about you now. Let's talk about your journey. I know your wonderful man, Mr. Mike Saunders, introduced you to this business. And I don't know if you guys got started when he first started, but let's talk a little bit about your journey. And I know, how long have you been in the business? And obviously it's about blessing others and just being transparent to help the next person. Let's talk about your journey and when you first got started with the opportunity. What was your goals and your endeavors and things that you wanted to achieve for yourself when you first looked at vacations?
Well, so I want to say for everyone that's on the line, I am very brand new, both me and Mike, very, very brand new to the network marketing industry. And when I first came into the business about 8 months ago, I didn't know anything. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. But, Ron presented the information to Mike. Mike presented the information to me. He signed up, and I signed up the same day, right, when we started the business. I want to start this conversation by saying, at this point now, 8 months later, I feel that I have a purpose that's bigger than me. And I say that to kind of echo what Karen was saying. When I first came in, I didn't get it. I didn't really, believe in it 100%. I was confused still with how the entire industry worked. And I just really didn't get the entire concept of, taking people out of corporate America and enabling and empowering people to be able to fulfill their dreams, be financially secure and stable, and provide for, generations down the road. But now, 8 months later, I am fully vested in this opportunity and in this business. And I say that because I've seen the light, right? Like I I understand. I get it. I know why I'm in this business, and that is to help other people. You know, it definitely isn't about self at all. It is about team, because without the team, you yourself, you can't succeed. You know, you can't do this business, and really we can't do anything in life by ourselves. You need that team support. You need to be able to have a team that trusts you, that believes in you, that you support, that you mentor, that you communicate with, that, you know, you're leading by example. It's not do as I say and not as I do type situation, right? It's do as I do. Whatever we do as leaders in this business, those that are watching us and that are looking up to us and that bought into the dream that we told them, they're looking at that, right? And I definitely do not want to use this opportunity to ever bring anyone into the business just because. You know, there is no just because when I'm talking to someone. Like, when I'm talking to someone, I need them to see what I'm seeing. I need them to believe in what I believe in. I need them to know that there are other ways to be successful instead of getting up at 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning to go to a job that is going to pay you what they feel like paying you, right? You know, the way I look at it when people ask, you know, is this some sort of pyramid scheme? Really, corporate America and the jobs that all of us have right now full time, that's a pyramid scheme. There's no way that you're going to be the CEO of whatever company that you're working for. There's no way that you're going to outrank that CEO. There's no way that you're going to make more money than that CEO. You're going to stay right where you're at, and you're going to follow the little career track that somebody else has designed for you. So with this opportunity, I saw it as a way to not only, you know, gain financial freedom, but also just to get my life back. You know, like, I feel like I'm trapped in a box and there's nowhere that I can go. But now that I have this opportunity, I know, you know, the possibilities of what I can do with this business and what others can do with this business, they're limitless. I currently have my sister, Jocelyn. She's on the call right now. And I just wanted to just mention this because I was talking to her when I first came into this business 8 months ago. I talked to her about the opportunity. And she heard what I had to say, but she wasn't really, she didn't really understand it. And she, at that time, she wasn't interested. She didn't see it. It wasn't anything that she wanted to do. Well, recently, she talked to me about another opportunity that she was getting ready to go into. It was another direct sales type opportunity, selling insurance. And when she explained to me how that company worked and what they offered and how she can profit off of that company, I was so emotional when she told me what she told me, and my response to her was very emotional. And it was that of, that's not what you're supposed to be doing. Like, I truly believe with every fiber and everything that is in me that this opportunity that we are in right now, this is the way. Like, I would never steer my sister wrong and say, hey, don't do that opportunity so you can come do this opportunity. So I told her, I said, listen, don't join my business. Do not sign up for my business. But that does not change my mind about that other opportunity that you're talking about. Because that other opportunity that you're talking about cannot and does not compare to, one, the rapport and the leadership that we have with this company, and knowing that you're going to be with a group of people that truly, truly, truly are not going to leave you by yourself. They're going to help you grow professionally. They're going to help you grow personally. You know, at times you might build relationships where they may help you grow spiritually, but it's truly a family type environment. It really is. And the whole mission is to watch others succeed. You have to put that before yourself, to watch your team succeed.
Wow. Go ahead. I don't even want to stop you.
You know, so I told her, I said, you know, I don't want you to join the business. I don't want you to join my business. Do not join Vacation Travel. But at the same time, do not join that insurance company. And I wanted to tell her that because I wanted her to know with everything that was in me that even if you do not choose this opportunity that I'm presenting you, that other opportunity, it's still not the right opportunity and decision for you to make. It's still not. And I left it at that. You know, we got off the phone. I sent her, you know, to pique her interest again, I sent her a video for her and her husband to watch. And I said, hey, all I want you to do is when you get home tonight, I want you and Joey to watch this video. That's it. She said, okay, we're going to watch it. I got off the phone, you know, the whole night, you know, I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about her situation and what she's going through. And I'm praying and I'm just saying, you know what, God, if she's supposed to be in this opportunity, she's going to see it and she's going to be in this opportunity. The next thing, you know, I was teleworking from home. I'm sitting there. I didn't call her. I didn't email her. She sent me a text message out of the blue, and she said, we're ready to sign up. And when I got on the phone with her, you know, I was like, what? I was like, call me, you know. And when I got on the phone with her, I was like, where did that come from? Because just yesterday, you were so committed into going into this other opportunity. And she said that her and her husband, they watched the video, they talked, and they definitely saw it. They saw the opportunity. They see what they can do with this business. They see how they can build financial wealth. They see how they can get out of that rat race and that crutch of the 9 to 5 or the 8 to 6 or, you know, whatever kind of job it is. They see the different opportunities that they are blessed with and that they can bless others with. So with that, I say this. This is not about self, this business. You know, I think when you get wrapped up in making it about yourself and making it about, well, I need to get to this rank and I need the team to work harder so I can get to this rank, or I need the team to keep pushing harder or do more so I can get this rank, or so that we can be this type of level team or whatever it is. I think that's a bad look. You know, and that sets a very, very horrible precedent for the new people that we have coming into this opportunity. We can't get them on the phone when we're piquing interest and tell them this is a way for you to go into business for yourself. This is a way for you to become your own boss. This is a way for you to, you know, become financially independent. And then as soon as we get them into the business, it's not about that. It's about me, self. We can't do that, because that in itself is going to cause that attrition rate to go up. We're going to have people leaving because our word was not, it wasn't what we said it was when we initially brought them into the company. So I want to just say for our team, you know, Team Fire, Creators of Wealth, I really, really see that we are really trying to educate, inform, empower, and encourage people with this opportunity and just let them know that this is, it may not be the best way. It may not be the number one way out there, because there's so many different ways that you can gain financial freedom, but it is a great way. And it's a starting point. It's a platform to actually get you to where you're trying to get to and to do the things that you really, really, really want to do with your life. And lastly, before I, stop rambling, I just want to say something that I saw, and I made a post about this back at the end of January. So I saw a post from T.D. Jakes where he said, we do not want to hear anything about process because we want everything to be instantaneous. The process always comes before promotion. Process always comes before promotion. We want things so fast nowadays. And I always compare it to a microwave versus an oven, right? We always want the microwave versions of things. We want things quick, fast, and in a hurry. And I feel that sometimes we need those slow, simmering, oven-cooked experiences to ensure that we're going to receive our blessings the way they were meant to be received, with time and with better flavor. You know, when you put something in a microwave, it nukes it, right? It cooks it up really, really fast. It gives you instant gratification, but it also modifies the original taste and texture of whatever it is you're cooking. And by that, I'm talking about your blessing, right? So all I'm trying to say is that everyone on this line, anyone that's in this business, anyone that I ever come across, my family, my sisters, you have to be patient. You have to be patient. That's with anything that you do in life. You can have that quick meal, or you can wait on the never-ending feast, right? That's going to be slow cooked, flavored, and ready for your consumption. It's a process. You can't get that promotion without going through the process. You can't get that marriage without going through the process. You can't get that degree without going through the process. You can't just get things. Things just don't get handed to you. They just don't come instantly. You have to go through the process. And sometimes our process is going to have storms. It's going to have sunshine. You're going to find things out about yourself that you may not like. You know, you're going to grow, but it is a process. And in the end, when you look back at where you started to where you're at, you're going to be able to say, you know what? I am way different now 8 months later than I was 8 months ago. When I came into this business, I was one person, but now I have grown. I have grown. There are things that I have been able to address about myself with my communication skills, you know, with how I communicate with people, with my patience, with my understanding, with my being able to empathize more with people's situations. I've grown. I've matured, you know. 8 months down the road, I'm going to be another different person. I'm going to grow. I'm going to continue to grow. I'm going to continue to evolve. I'm never going to stand still in waiting water. I'm not going to do that. You know, and I want my sister and anyone that's on this call, especially anyone that's on our team that me and Mike have sponsored in and that, you know, those agents have sponsored in, that we're here to help. We're here to help everyone get to what we're trying to get to. At the end of the day, all of us want the same thing. All of us want the same thing, but it takes for you to go through the process before you can get to that promotion. And that's all I have to say.
OMG. Wow. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't get training today, I don't even have to go into anything else. If that bless you and you got that, you need to take this call and listen to it all over again. Jennifer, thank you so much. I can't even say nothing right now. I'm trying to get it together. Thank you so much for sharing your heart and just being transparent today. That was good. That was just good. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we do have about 20 minutes to really get into what we were going to talk about here, as you can see. And I want you to really, you know, we got the inspiration and we got the motivation. Now we're going to get the technique that is going to help you. And we want you to write this down. And I have my good friend, National Executive, Mr. Jamial Mumford, who actually we have been going through the process now for the last 7 years together as we have been building in this industry and helping people learn how to take their business to the next level. And as you can hear, as she so eloquently said, it's not about us. It's truly about you. And where much is given, much is required. Did you hear what I just said? Where much is given, much is required. And the thing about it is the more people, you constantly hear us say, the more people you help get what they want, the more you're automatically going to get what you want. Let me share something with you, and I'm just sharing this. As you look at these folks like your T.D. Jakes, your Oprah Winfrey's, do you see how many people they are being a blessing to every day? Every day, you know, even Oprah Winfrey's master classes and Tyler Perry's The Plays and all of these types of things, ladies and gentlemen, that they literally go out here. Do you really think it's about money at this point with them? Do you honestly believe it's about money? Absolutely not. I can promise you, if T.D. Jakes lost every dime in his bank account, the people that he has literally blessed will take care of him the rest of his life. See, it gets to a point that, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't even matter about money anymore. It's like, guess what? You bless enough people, they're going to be right there for you. When you're sick and in your deathbed and you're going through and you need somebody to talk to, money can't do that. Money can't answer to that. But when you got friends, when you got relationships, when you got people that you have poured into, you can best believe your life will be so fulfilling. It's just, oh my God, it's a blessing. So with that being said, Mr. Mumford, can you hear me?
Okay, Mr. Satchell, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Jamial Mumford. How do you feel, sir, after that particular training?
I tell you that it's nothing like sitting back and hearing others just give amazing, and powerful. I mean, that Jennifer, I saw her last Saturday, and I said something on Facebook. I said, I got to go back and enhance what I said about her, because, man, I did not know that fire was inside of her last Saturday at that back tie event. My goodness. And Karen, I mean, just amazing stuff, Kemp, amazing stuff, you know. And I just really hope that as I felt that energy, I really hope that everybody really took that word. Like you said, the training we're about to give, it doesn't matter if you don't have what they said. If you don't have what they just said inside of you, there's nothing that we can say. So we just put an ice on the cake at this point, because if you don't have that foundation in your heart and your life right now, it doesn't matter. And you were just talking about that this morning.
Absolutely. Wow. All right, Jamal, masterclass training. Peak. Everybody knows we have been talking about, like, could you tell us how to do this business? What do you do? And you'll constantly hear the same things over and over and over and over and over again. And I know we were getting ready to talk about peak show in the three-way, but before we can pique interest, before we could show the plan, before we could do a three-way, we must have what? A list. L-I-S-T. Everybody write that down. L-I-S-T, your list. Okay, and Jamial, I know you wanted to share something that was shared with you as well as it pertains to the list, the people, starting with the list. Let's talk about that.
Well, exactly, Kemp. I mean, before we can even go out there and start prospecting people, one of the things that's so important is I think we talked about this before, about keeping your funnel filled. And before you start this business, you have to understand that this is a people-building business. As Karen just started talking, because, I remember even Saturday, even this past Tuesday, I had a guest, we was at the event, and we was talking to one of the top youngest income earners, Chad Thompson, after the event. And somebody asked him, and this person kept asking him, did you go to warm market? Did you go to cold market? Did you go to warm market? Did you go to cold market? And it's always a debate in this industry, what's the best? Warm market, cold market, warm market, cold market. And some people say, don't go to your warm market first because you don't want to mess up first. Some people say, don't go to cold market. You don't know those people yet. And Chad said it didn't matter to him. He just went out there and understood that every person he had to talk to, he spoke to. If you came within 3 feet of him, they call it the 3-foot rule, I'm going to talk to you. So making that list is so important, because as I'm reading more and more about this list process, and I've been in several different opportunities in my 16 years in the industry, Kemp, and I know each time I start them, I'm so programmed, Kemp, that my list is so important. It is important to make that list, because that list is what keeps you going. And see, when you get into those dead spots in your business, it's only because you don't have that list done. And if they was talking about when you make that list, it's important that you write down everybody you know, because, like Kemp, you just talked about it. It's about timing. I mean, Karen just said it. Some people said they wanted her family, some people didn't want it. But had she not started out with that list in mind, as I'm sure that she had to, then she would never have. It's like your track. It's like your track record. It's like your blueprint, Kemp, for your success. So now when I look at my list, Kemp, whenever I have a dull moment in my business, all that I do is say, okay, who haven't I talked to yet? Now I got my list right in front of me. I got to go to my cell phone, trying to sort through people. It's right there. So I know that's part of the PS3 method. But so that list is so important. So you have to take your cell phone out. And folks, I've seen, Kemp, so many people struggle at this point, because they want to prejudge who's going to win, Kemp. And we know you cannot prejudge in this business. You got to simply take your cell phone out as the man said, and write down every single name and phone number. And something I learned even more recent in the last month is that you even write down the people, especially people who you think won't do it, the people who are very negative in your life, the people who you just can't stand. Write them down on a piece of paper. There's something, remember me listening to John Addison one time, and he said, I can't explain to you why it is the way it is. It's just the way it is. And Kemp, I'm noticing even in my business now, there's something psychological happening, something that I can't explain why things are moving so fast for me now, even faster than I ever have, because I simply started writing out people who I don't even maybe think want the business, or people who I think is another opportunity, or don't understand, or who may not want this, because the man said, do not pre-filter your list. Do not pre-filter your list. So you should have at least, if you don't have 100 names written down, ladies and gentlemen, you are not ready for success. See, we got to get real with us. We got to get real with ourselves. If you don't have 100 names written down, then you're lying to yourself, and you're only prejudging individuals. And until you get past that point, Kemp, I haven't seen no one yet who has just started out in the industry that didn't do the list and not having success. And that's what top income earners are.
Wow, well, it's amazing that you would say that because, and we start talking about the list, ladies and gentlemen, I can't tell you how many times me and Jamial will be talking on the phone, but because we have built so many businesses together, we will just start throwing out names. We will just see, and this is how you can add the person to your list. Like, again, the key is starting the list. Once you start the list, maybe you don't have, we got what we call memory joggers, okay, memory joggers. Obviously, because of the way you think, your conscious mind may not have everybody right there. But for instance, I'm going to just share with you this morning, Jamial, I was actually looking for Karen Clinton's number. I was looking for Karen Clinton's number to call her to tell her that I actually wanted her to help on the training call today. But now, watch this. Do you remember Karen Cook?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Karen Cook was one of the people that actually worked with me. But again, the list, what did I just do? I just added her to the list. As I'm looking through my phone for Karen, Karen Cook's name is there. Karen Woods, Karen Alfred, Karen Phillips, Karen Johnson, Karen this, Karen Jones, Karen Morales, Karen BPM, Karen Scott, Karen Darren and Karen, Lorenzo Johnson. And the words just looking in the phone. Ladies and gentlemen, if I didn't do nothing, say, you know what, I'm going to go through all these Karens this week. I'm just going to call them. Listen, what could they say? No? Okay, but if I don't call them, as you kept saying, just go through the list. You're going to be, it's just like, how many times have you thought about somebody and bam, there they go? How many times have you went on Facebook and just looked through your Facebook of friends? But because you did not make a decision to make the list. Notice what we keep saying, just make a decision to make the list. Just take out a piece of paper. Everybody, I want everybody to do this right now. Look, I'm tired right now. I want everybody to do this. Everybody, take out a piece of paper right now and just type on the top of that piece of paper the list. Just do that. There's 83 people on this call right now. I want everybody to just write just write on the top of the paper, make a decision. You're on this phone, you're in the training call right now. Let's just start being coachable and write the list. I don't want you to put a name on it. I don't want you to put no name on it. I just want you to put across the top of this piece of paper. I know me and Jamial went to Staples the other day, and I went and got me a daily day timer. Okay, a daily day timer, because of the calendar that's in this piece of. See, when you make a decision that, guess what? You know what? It's time for me to do this. I got to do it, and hopefully, as Les Brown always say, this ain't the first time y'all heard us say this. This is probably, hopefully, it just manifests in you this time, and you do what we asked you to do. Write the list. So right now, we got 83 lists, Jamial. 83
wow.
people that has a list that we just started, right? 83
Right.
people. I'm looking at it's 82 people now. I mean, people might stop running off the call now, and I don't know why, because we're asking you to do something. But guess what? Write the list. Just type that out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jamal, what do you do? How do you start this list?
So one of the things you must do, ladies and gentlemen, is you must, and it's very important that people, cell phones are great. And it's great to have, you may have a little address book. God forbid you have an address book, because today's time and age, like Kemp said, is all on your cell phone. This is my computer. I can walk around with it, But you take out your cell phone and you literally write down every single, and this, to the bold that does this, they will succeed even faster. You write down every single name and phone number and a minimum of 100 names on that piece of paper. And you must write on their first, last name, and phone number on that list. Because, folks, unless you have it written down and you got it neat, see, guys, you're a business owner now. So you got to conduct yourself as a business. This is not a hobby. This is not playtime. This is not, let me put on a little scratches of paper. No, and I was showing, and Kemp, mark my words, remember I showed you my list from an opportunity from 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It had 100. I even created my own spreadsheet because I was serious. And that's how me and Kemp, we built a 5-figure income in that business in a matter of 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Because him and I had our list, and I was focused. And I'm telling you, folks, I can tell you what I do know. Okay? So when you make that list, I had a column for their name, their phone number, their email address. Okay? And then now when you do that list, and now what I learned even faster here with the income earners teaching in vacation and the top income earners, is now you're going to sort your list as a criteria. You're going to criteriarize your list. If I can use that word, I don't know if that word is that word. So you want to, I know I'm not making up words, but that's okay. Like Chad Thompson said, he says when you're making good money, you can make your own words up. So he said, okay, write down who do you know. So you want to put a star next to each person based on this criteria. Who on your list is married? They get a check. They get a star. Mm-hmm. Who has kids? They get a star. Who earns over $40,000 a year? See, now each part is very important that you understand why you're doing this. Okay, who is over the age of 25? Now again, we're not saying that you can't be younger than 25 doing this business, but we know most, not 18 to 20. By the time in life when you get to about 25, you're more mature. And I was more mature before I was 25, so not everybody fit that category. I started this business at 19 years old, but on a grand scale of things, that's the criteria people you're looking for. Okay, who is an entrepreneur? Who has their own business? Who has a sphere of influence? And what you're going to do is, next to each name, you're going to put a star next to each thing that they qualify for. And what you're going to end up doing, you're going to end up contacting those people with the most stars first. Now, we're going to contact everybody on your list, but you're going to start contacting those people first. But again, the crucial part here is not to pre-filter your list. And I'm going to say this one part before I get back to it. I got to give a little money trail here. Since I've been in vacation, I have made 3 phone calls already of people who I haven't contacted yet who are already in the business when I went ahead and called them this week. One of them being my son's godfather, who actually got me into network marketing and when I was 19 years old. And to hear him say, Jamial, I'm so sad. Because I went on and on about, hey, man, I got something, we're going to get back going to you. And he paused. I'm like, yo, what's up? He said, Jamial, I'm so sad. He says, man, had you called me 20 days sooner, I would have signed up with you. I didn't know you was in vacation. So I signed up with this guy named Alton. I didn't know you was in vacation, man. I would have definitely signed up with you. Person number 2, I contacted this week. He said, Jamial, I would love to sign up with you, but, my best friend already contacted me about vacation, so it's only right that I sign up with him. Case number 3, I walk in the meeting on Tuesday. Guy says, Jamial, I moved down Atlanta from Detroit, Michigan. He said, I met you in Detroit. I said, you did? He said, yeah, man. And he was in my phone. Somehow he was in my phone. And he said, Jamial, it's so good to see you, man. I'm in vacation. Folks, it's happened to me as a leader. Come on now. So I'm telling you, when you pre-filter that list, this is what you're doing. They're walking into the rooms and they're signing up because Donald Bradley said there are sharks out there called Kemp Satchell that will talk to every single person that he wants to contact with no fear, and they'll be in his business and not yours. Back to you, sir.
Wow, and again, ladies and gentlemen, did he say that right? So, And I know that happened to me. I had a situation where the lady worked right next. We worked together. She's sitting right next to me, because we clowning and talking about this and talking about that. I never even mentioned this business to her. I walk in the daggone meeting, and she walks in, and Nadine, she says, Kemp, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? I'm in the business. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you, this is travel. Paycations, listen to what I just said. Paycations just signed up 6,000 people this month alone. 6,000. This is how quickly we are moving. Did you hear what I just said? This month alone, 6,000 new people. Stop getting in your way. Put everybody in fact. I want everybody to write down. I want you to write down 5 names on this piece of paper. Because, see, that means I know every last person has started their list. I'm not going to just talk to y'all today. I'm going to tell you right now, get your phone out, and I want you to write down 5 names, because we're going to do a special webinar tonight. This is going to be a special webinar. This just came to me. I just said it's going to be done. It's going to be done at 9 o'clock tonight. And y'all know I don't do webinars on the weekend. But we are going to, and everybody that's on this call, there's 80-some people on this call right now. Guess what? We all need to have at least one guest on this. This is a homework assignment, okay, from your trainers. And we're going to really see who's serious about this, because guess what? If I told each and every one of y'all right now I'm going to have $10,000, every last one of y'all going to have somebody in that class tonight on that webinar. Am I right about it? Yes or yes? Now, guess what? You never know who's a Kemp Satchell that you're going to invite. But guess what? I want you to make it your business at 9 o'clock that you are going to have somebody on that call, and now we're going to teach you how to do that list. Once you have these names on the list, this is what we call the PS3. How does this all work? How do we keep it simple, okay? We're going to keep it simple. I got this left tomorrow. We got to keep it simple. So here it is. This is me calling somebody on that list that I just put on the phone. Jamial is a good friend of mine, okay? I'm calling up Jamial. I'm calling him with what urgency? Now, watch this, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to do this. This is the text that I want you to send out to that person. I want you to send out a text. The text is, all it's going to say is, call me ASAP. Everybody write that down. Write that down. Just write it down. Call me ASAP. I don't want you to type nothing else. I want you to just type, call me ASAP. Did I just pique somebody's interest when I said call me ASAP, yes or yes? Jamial, did I just pique your interest?
Absolutely. I'm calling you right now.
Do y'all see how simple this was? Y'all see how simple that is? Now, I constantly will say, Jamial, we will never run out of people. We will run out of courage. We'll never run out of people. We run out of courage. How many of us can literally text, call me ASAP without any, I don't want you to have no feelings right now. I don't want you to have no emotions. I don't want you to say, I just want you to send out text until somebody calls you right back, bam, because you just said, call me ASAP. How many of y'all got the courage to do it? Lily, you got the courage to build your business today? Hopefully you do. All right, I don't want to hear no excuses on this one. All right, now that I piqued your interest, Jamial, the next step is to show you something, right? And if you call me and it's like, hey, Karen, she called me. What's up, girl? I got to show you something. What did I just say? I got to show you something. Didn't I just say that? I got to show you something. Are you with me? And everybody got that? This is simple. Pique the interest. Call me ASAP. I got your interest. What? What's the matter? I got to show you something. What do you have to show me? I'm going to send you this video. I want you to watch it real quick, and I need your honest opinion. Call me right back. Did y'all see that? Did y'all hear what I just said? I got to show you something. What did I say? What do we got to do? We got to show them something. I want you to watch this video real quick, and I want you to give me your honest opinion, because I know you like to travel. But call me right back. No other anything. Do not ask no questions what it is, nothing. Just, can you do this? Can you do me a favor and look at this video right quick? I believe it will help you and Johnny. I believe it will help you. I believe this, right? Am I right about it? Yes or yes? And then what do we do? What do we do after that? When they call you back, Jamal,
yes, sir.
I got to show you something. I'm going to text it to you real quick. All right? I'm going to text it to you real fast. All right? Does everybody in this room right now have the 11-minute video? Does everybody in the room that's listening to me right now have the 11-minute video by James Penn? No? Really? What? All right.
Or the one by Chanaza Dusan.
Or the one by Chanaza Dusan. Chanaza, that's 20 minutes, but I like the 11-minute better. But, you know who. All right. Everybody have this video. Okay, you got both. Karen, has it worked for you? Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Fran. Fran just typed it in the room. If you don't have it, get it. If somebody will please go on to Facebook. Is everybody in the room on Facebook in our group? Is everybody on Facebook in our group? All right, that's on here. All right, we're going to send this video. Somebody please go into the room right now and put this video. I don't want nobody not to have this particular video right here. Type it in on, and I believe Lynn is going to do it right now on Facebook, and put it out there so that you will have this. And I want you to put it in your phone. All right, everybody put it in your phone, because all I want you to do is text them, because most people can watch it on their phone, correct? For the most part. If they don't have a smartphone, then send them it to an email. Send the email. But the reason why we say do it to the phone, because when they click the link, it just starts. You follow what I'm saying? If you tell them to go to your email, they might say, I'm not on my computer right now, or anything else like that. But if they just called you back on the phone, watch this, ladies and gentlemen. That means they're on their phone right there and there. Y'all got my method to my madness? There's a method to the madness. There's a method to the madness. Okay? All right. We all got that? All right. Now, once we do that, Jamal,
yes,
call me right back. You're calling me right back. Ring, ring.
Hey.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Kemp. What's up?
Yo, dude, what did you like most about that video that you just watched?
Man, that video, that was awesome. I know I was taking a vacation this summer with my children, and I'm just thinking about, man, I could take a better vacation and listen to that video.
Wow. Now, I know you got a question. What would you say? What would you say that you got out of that video the most?
Well, I mean, I definitely like the way you can travel, and then, trust me, I definitely want to make some more money. They said you can make money booking travel and taking vacation, so I'm definitely interested in that. So, I mean, just how do I get started?
Whoa. Jamal, hold on real quick for me real quick, sir. Can you hold on real quick?
Yeah, sure.
All right, hold on. Now, did anybody hear me say, hold on, let me call my upline or my downline or my sideline? Did anybody hear me say that? Absolutely not. Did y'all hear me all say, hold on? Did it sound like I was going to the other line to answer my phone? Yes or yes? Yes or yes? It sounded like I was going to put him on the phone with anybody. Why? Because if I'm literally getting ready to put him on the phone, he might say, no, I don't need all of that. He might be thinking about time and everything else like that. All I said was, Jamal, hold on real quick. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the most important part of the call when we start talking about the three-way. Okay? Jamal, I want you to do a bad three-way call with me right now, okay? I want you to do a bad one with me. Okay?
Okay.
Jamal.
Yes.
Listen, I got my mentor on the phone. His name is Donald. Donald, this is Jamal. Jamal, this is Donald.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Donald.
Y'all got that? Ladies and gentlemen, please stop doing your three-ways like this. Now, how many of you have done a three-way this week? This is three-way calls are the most important part of your business. Do you hear me? It is the most important. Jamial, why don't people do three-way calls?
Well, I can't say I took this because I always said something similar, but when I realized the gentleman said, Mr. Iverson simply said in the meeting, people don't do three-way calls because they're self-centered and because of ego. Because it's all about you. That's what it really is about. Because you have in your mindset of you want to control the situation. It's all about you. You're self-centered and you're ego-driven, and that's why you don't do three-way calls. Because it's all about your ego.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I just say I'm guilty of that myself? Can I say I'm guilty of that myself? I'm very guilty of it. You know why? Because when I started, I didn't want my upline. I wanted all of the I wanted all of the rewards. I wanted to say I did it. I did it all by myself. I didn't need my upline. I don't want to bother him. I know he's busy. I know he don't have time, and I'm afraid of X, Y, and Z. Ladies and gentlemen, please listen to what I'm saying. If you notice, many hearing both and oh my gosh. Both of them said it's not about you. Ladies and gentlemen, do you realize how selfish you are being when you are not following the system? The moment that you pick up that phone and you start talking to that person, do you realize training starts right then and there? The moment that you pique the person's interest, the training starts right there. So I don't want to say no. They ask you a question instead of you saying good question and then doing the three-way. Watch this. Guess what? You're being selfish because you're not only messing it up for yourself, but you're messing it up for them as well. Well, I don't want them. You're, again, thinking that they're going to be like no, or you're thinking you're going to be rejected, and you don't want to be embarrassed. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to grow past all of this stuff. I'm telling you right now. And the one that you put on the phone, the ones that you do the three-ways is the ones that you know is going to sign up. So now you want to be like, I want to put you on the phone with my upline. Ladies and gentlemen, I know what's happening. I know what's happening because I did it. Oh, I got somebody that's going to sign up. Let me call my upline. I got to do this three-way. No, guess what? You're wrong. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, and it's not fair to the person. Not only are you messing it up for them, but you're messing it up for their network that comes with them that could have been a part of your business simply because of selfishness, simply because of your ego, simply because you want to do the superstar. I want to be the winner. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you right now. I know who do three-ways. I know who don't do three-ways. I know whose business. Let me tell you something. I've been building this business. Bruce Bailey's team grew the fastest. You want to know why? Bruce Bailey did more three-way calls with me than anything. It's another young lady out of Boston, Yvette. Her team grew so thrived because she was doing three-ways. She said, I knew nothing about the business, so all I could do was three-ways. Do you follow what I'm saying? Three-ways, three-ways, three-ways. The more three-ways you're doing, ladies and gentlemen, the bigger your business is going to grow and duplicate because the system is duplicatable. When you're talking, the more you're telling, you sound like you're selling, and that person is thinking that that's what they have to do. If I pique your interest, boom, okay, call me ASAP, show you the information, boom, And then three-way, good afternoon, Jamial Mumford. This is Kemp, Satchell. I have an extraordinary young lady on this phone that just had the opportunity to look at the information. Me and her, we've been hanging out for years. And anytime we talk, she loves to dress. Her family loves to travel, and they love to have a great time. And I truly believe that she would be an asset to this company. But on the other hand, Karen, I have my mentor. This gentleman has already documented himself. He has put himself on the other side of the money. He loves to have fun, and he loves to help people doing it. Karen Clinton, Jamial Mumford, Karen Clinton. Are y'all with me? Somebody just turned on their speakers. Are you fine? See, everything, ladies and gentlemen, everything, watch this, everything is about my energy. My energy. That edification is huge when, how many of y'all love to hear something good talked about? I can't tell you. When Bruce get finished edifying people, I would tell him, I would say, Jennifer, if I was you, I would sign up with Bruce Bailey just so that he could introduce you again. Ladies and gentlemen, people don't buy none of this stuff. They buy you. They buy you. They don't buy it. Okay, Kemp, are you doing it? Okay, it must be working. Let's go. They're buying you. It's not all of this stuff that you think, okay, let me answer every question that they have to say. They don't care about all of that stuff. What they care of is there's some support, and the support is when you put somebody else on the phone, make it bigger than you, and get the heck out the way. And when you get that person on the three-way, hush and be quiet unless that person that's doing the three-way has asked for your 2 cents. Do you follow what I'm saying? You do not talk. You mute yourself out and you be quiet and you depend on your upline to bring it home for you. That's why we are where we are. We're here to support you and get you to where we are so somebody on your team can now do the three-way with you. But you got to learn how to do a three-way properly by doing it with your upline. This is training. Oh, my God, it's training at its best, ladies and gentlemen. So we have the list. We peep the interest. We show the plan, and then we do a three-way call, okay? And once you do the three-way, you make sure you edify. You make sure you make that person feel like $1 million, and you let them know that, guess what, they would love to be on your team simply because of the way you make them feel. That is the process. And then you get them out to an event, and you get them around us so we can love up on them. There is nothing like support. There's nothing like feeling a part of something. Do you see why we do so much on that Facebook? We're constantly edifying. We're constantly encouraging. We're constantly welcoming people. Why? Because it's about the love, man. It ain't about nothing else. We're going to make money together. A network is a network, and network ain't nothing but people coming together, having a good time, encouraging each other, believing in one another, and going to the bank together to hang out on the beach, baby. With that being said, back to you, Jamial. Come on, man, and take us home.
Yeah, man, Kemp, what a powerful training. I know we kind of really rushed through it, but I tell you guys, this system has created millionaires in the industry. And I was telling a gentleman, one of my teammates the other night, that this system, network marketing, started around 1950. And that this system that we're talking about today has been the same system that has worked and created millionaires in the industry. So when you're looking at trying to figure out why your business is not going, and I mean, you know, why you can't get 5, 6, 10 people signed up in your business, the only reason is because you're not following the system. And I want you to understand something, gentlemen, and I'm only saying this because I know I used to be this person. It's, you know, he's talked about, I'm in my first 6 years, I was rebelling against the system. I was trying to do it my way. And remember I said EGO stands for edging guidance out. Not just edging God out, but edging guidance out. And so if you're willing to check your ego at the door, right, and just follow the system, Remember, the wealth formula is find somebody who's where you want to be and do exactly what they're doing. So when I see guys like Chad Thompson, I see guys like these guys in this company, and they're just simply following the system, PS3. If you're new, I forgive you. But if you've been in this company for so many time, after this call, and I call you, or somebody leave a call you and says, are you following the PS3 method? And you say, what is that? I know you're not following the system. And so the part that we want to understand here is that you follow the PS3 system. So look at here. You don't have somebody. I was on the 3-way call yesterday, and the person said, well, how do I do the business? How do I do it? I said, what, here's how I can check if you're following the system. Kemp and I always know you actually tell on yourself. You'll say things like, but Kemp, I was talking to my aunt, and I was trying to tell her, see, boom, I already know you did too much. Because the more you say, the less money you make. So when you call, see, when I go on, I'll be honest with you, I actually do it on purpose to kind of embarrass you to the prospect. Because I'm going to ask them, hey, prospect, and when they always ask, most prospects are going to ask, how do I build a business? I'm going to say, hey, Kemp, well, Kemp, the way you built this business is very simple. You follow the system. Kemp, you're going to do exactly what John did to you. Now, Kemp, John called you on the phone. He said, call me ASAP, right? Yes. And then he said, listen, I want you to check out something real quick. What's your face? I'm going to send it on your Facebook. I'm going to check out this video. I think it's something that you could definitely be interested in. But look at it right now. How soon can you look at it? Boom. He said that, right? Yes. He sent you the link of the video, right? Yes. And then you looked at it, right? Yes. Then he called you back after the video was over, right? Yes. And then he said, what did you like? You said what you liked. And then he said, do you have any questions? You had a question. And then immediately he had you on the phone with me. Is that right, John? Yes. But now, what about when John says no? No, actually, well, when John called me, he kind of explained a little bit. He said it was about travel. He said, like, the country's around for 8 years. He said, like, you can make a lot of money. He said it was some kind of matrix or something like that. See, boom, you are in violation. Simply follow the PS3 method. Trust me, it works. Can't tell you. I had a guy on the phone yesterday. I had a guy, a friend of mine that I did a career with, and what he said to Kemp just blessed my heart and let me know to get out of my own way. He said, Jamial, when you called me, I was interested because I knew who you are. I know you're a good guy and all that kind of stuff, but I was still a little skeptical. But it wasn't until you put me on the phone with Mr. Kemp Satchell, and that's why I'm deciding to do this business. Because I was a little hesitant, but talking to him made all the difference. You know why it made all the difference? Because of my voice, folks. I'm like the Bible. Even the Bible says a prophet is not accepted in his own home. Your people don't want to hear from you. They want to hear from somebody bigger than you. So understand that if you've been working a job and now all of a sudden you tell them how they can make $1 million, it don't compute in their brains. How you gonna tell me you're making $1 million if you work on the same job with me and I know you only make $10 an hour? So don't go tell me you're gonna be a millionaire. But when I put him on the phone with Kemp, I can put him on the phone with Kemp, and Kemp is making less money than I'm making. But when I get to edifying him and telling him about this guy, Mr. Satchell, and how he's my mentor, he's my coach, he's on the other side of the money, like I tell people, if you were buying a house, would you rather listen to Donald Trump or would you want to listen to me? Now, if you say me, then you're a fool. Because I don't care how close we are. But if you want to go into real estate, do you want to listen to Jamial Mumford and your friend? Or you want to listen to Donald Trump, who's the world's largest real estate agent out there, and tell you how to make investments in real estate? So, guys, this system is proven it works. And I can promise you, if you're not national, if you're not advancing, Donald Bradley said in the meeting the other day, if you are a CTC right now, and a month later you are still CTC, and then 2 months later you're still CTC, and 5 months now you're still CTC. He was being very honest about this, and I said, wow, I wasn't even bold to say that, but he said it. He said, if you're in the same position today, 6 months from now, and 10 months from now, guys, you're not following the system. It's impossible. Now, I'm not saying that on the way from national to international, yes, it takes 200 people, so yeah, but if your matrix isn't growing because you're growing yourself, something Kemp was saying yesterday, don't worry about the people. Just keep on signing up more people. Just keep on following the system. You find quality through quantity. I'm trying to find that great leader. You keep focusing on that same one person. No, you find quality through quantity. So I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna find everybody in my business, because eventually you find the quality, because only 4 aces in the deck. Everybody's not going to be an ace, but you only need 4 aces. You only need 3 aces in this company to win. Go ahead. Back to you, Satchell.
Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, and I was just reminded of today is Valentine's Day, so we will not do a 9 o'clock webinar because we know y'all taking y'all wonderful sweeties and all of that good stuff out for dinner, and some of y'all cooking and all of that good stuff. So we want y'all to enjoy this wonderful day of Valentine's Day for you and your sweetie. And guess what?
But I will say this, but I have to say this. I'm going to cut you off. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Valentine's Day. But see, if you're smart about your business, let me tell you something. I was out with some of my clean teammates the other day, and I was showing them, I said, I prospected the waitress, the server. Guess what? We may not do the call tonight at 9 o'clock, but don't put governors on your growth. If you know, I know you're not going out all day today, so after this call, make that phone call, and you still got the video. Because the best time to put this to practice is right now while it's hot, while you're emotionally stirred up. Put the practice now. So we got the video. So you don't have the call tonight, the webinar at 9 o'clock. I understand. But we still have the videos. The videos are 24/7. So you have no excuse. So everybody can still give us time. And listen, if your spouse or your mate, your sweetheart won't let you take 5 minutes to do this, then you better check who your mate is. Do I have to say that? If you want to have a better Valentine's Day in 2016, you better tell them, let me take 5 minutes, 10 minutes to send this call out to about 10 people today, this video out to 10 people today, and see what happens. Just take 1 hour today. That's all it takes. You should have the rest of it to yourself.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, Kemp. This ain't much.
There it is. We keep each other accountable right there. I can tell y'all why he's my partner. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure. I just see somebody say, can we show the 10-minute video? Amazing travel. Absolutely, Darryl. Whatever video you want to use, because, see, we got one with Shanaza as well. That's a little longer. You can kind of match the personality types with the video. So I encourage you to watch the video yourself, so that you will be able to make a discretion of what video you would like to use that would connect with that person the most, obviously, okay? So, again, we thank each and every one of you for coming out to training. We do apologize for our inconvenience of technicalities, but we did record this call for your listening pleasure, and we definitely want to go and say high five to all of our brand new executives, national executives, regional executives, and those that are going towards Diamond. Ladies and gentlemen, I understand what's happening, but we have a lot of momentum going on. I encourage you to get on the wave, connect with somebody that you have not connected with yet, so that we can help you along the way to get to where you would like to go. With that being said, y'all guys take care. Please do me a favor. Go into the training site, and I want to know what your takeaway was from this training class today. Please, everybody, can y'all do that for me? Please go to the website today and just type what your takeaway was from the day. That helps us to be able to train more effectively next week on some of the other things. We want to hear from you. Even though you didn't say nothing, you may have a question or a concern. Feel free to give your upline leaders a call as well, so that we can get those questions and concerns taken care of if you have any questions. Where can I find my video? The video will be on the website. Did you put that on the website? Okay, the website, if you go on to the Creators of Wealth on Facebook, you will see the actual website, and Karen is typing it in too, so if you just click on that, and then you can copy and paste it right there. Karen put the amazingtravel.biz and on the queue, and Mike did do the same thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you. God bless. Take care of yourself. Take charge of your life. Take control over your life, because as long as you allow somebody else to control your life, it leads to a stressful life.